Whaling Fireline Equipment presents training for loading the double pack. It's important that you've watched loading the single pack first. The steps are very similar. Trunk line and attack line are set on the wheels, rolled in the exact same way. Trunk line is a single straight roll with the female on the inside. Attack line is a donut roll with the female a little bit longer and on the outside of the roll. The large double tray is put in the wheel table, and once again the diverter tee is placed against the edge of the tray with the 1-inch port facing out. Connections are made, nozzles attached, and flagging tape about the length from your finger to your elbow is going to be used to secure the nozzle to the attack line and the trunk line. Once again, it's important to note that spare additional hose at the 1-inch port connection female is allowed and is folded back into the bundle, and this allows for rapid charging without the hose being strained or kinked in this area. Wrap the flagging tape around the nozzle and the attack line and the trunk line twice and tie in a square knot. Then the hose is continually loaded into the tray in a horseshoe manner. The area where it's being loaded next to the diverter tee obviously is shorter than the other side, and once it clears the diverter tee, then you go all the way to the end of the tray. Although we're doing this with just 2 people in the training video, it can be done with 3 people and it tends to go a little smoother, and with practice it's done without any instruction at all. Once again, when you get to the loop, you pull a piece of flagging tape that's about the length of your fingertip to your shoulder, and you'll wrap it in the loop twice and then back over again over everything twice and then secure in a square knot. This will make for a nice tight attachment and will keep the hose in place for deployment, and then will break away when charged. Continue to load the hose in a horseshoe manner, and as you get near the end, you're going to want to stagger the horseshoe so that you create a space for the female. This is done by just loading the horseshoe a little shorter by about 4 to 5 inches than the rest of the hose. When you get to the end, you want to make sure that there's a space for the female coupling, and that's been provided by loading that last little bit of the horseshoe a little shorter distance. You tuck the female in so it's in the center of the hose tray and flush and even with everything else, so that once again you essentially have a rectangle full of hose. You can see the double pack there already has one bundle fully loaded in the first section, so in the second section you put the next section of hose, making for a total of 400 feet, and you slide it in. Once again, this is the double pack, so there already is a complete fully loaded bundle already in the pack, and this is just the second bundle. Pull the tray out, and the first bundle was loaded exactly the same way. Flap is flipped over, and the first top strap goes through the loops to secure the flap, and then the middle strap is secured. And then the bottom strap is secured. And then these are cinched up, centered, and tightened, and as snug as you can get them. And they hold the hose in place while it's being stored on an engine until it's time for deployment. And that's the double pack fully loaded and ready for storage and then deployment.